I was sitting on the couch that Saturday night watching a basketball game, feeling pretty good about life. My fiancée Kelly was in Las Vegas with her friends for her bachelorette party. 2 weeks until our wedding. 3 years of love. I trusted her completely. Then my phone buzzed. Instagram notification. Kelly was live streaming. I smiled and clicked on it, wanting to see her having fun. But within seconds, everything I believed about my relationship came crashing down around me. Before I get into what happened next, I want to know where you are watching from today. Drop your location in the comments below. If you have ever trusted someone with your whole heart only to discover they were not who you thought they were, this story is going to hit close to home. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss any of my stories. And trust me, you are going to want to hear how this one ends. Let us get into it. To understand why that live stream destroyed me, you need to know what Kelly and I had, or at least what I thought we had. I met her 3 years ago at a coffee shop downtown. It was one of those random moments that feel like fate. I was working on my laptop trying to finish a project deadline when I reached for my cup and knocked it right over. Coffee went everywhere, including all over the laptop of the woman sitting next to me. That woman was Kelly. I remember how embarrassed I was, apologizing over and over, offering to pay for any damage. But she just laughed. Not a polite laugh, but a real one. She said her laptop was old anyway and she had been looking for an excuse to get a new one. I insisted on buying her a new coffee, and somehow that turned into a 3-hour conversation. By the time the coffee shop closed, I had her number and a date scheduled for the following Friday. Those early days with Kelly felt magical. She was attentive, caring, always asking about my work and my dreams. I am a software engineer at a tech company. Not a glamorous job, but it pays well and I am good at it. Kelly seemed impressed by my stability, my plans for the future. She would listen to me talk about code and projects like it was the most interesting thing in the world. We had so many good memories together. Our first road trip to California, driving down the Pacific Coast Highway with the windows down and music playing. The week I got really sick with the flu and she stayed by my side the entire time, making soup and watching movies with me. And the night I proposed to her, 4th of July, under the fireworks at the city park. She cried and said yes before I even finished asking the question. I had our whole future planned out. After the wedding, we would save up for a house in the suburbs. Nothing fancy, just a nice place with a yard where our kids could play. I wanted 2 children. Kelly said she wanted the same. We talked about names, about schools, about family vacations. I thought we were building something real. But looking back now, I can see the signs I chose to ignore. About 6 months before the wedding, Kelly started changing. It was subtle at first. She made a new friend at the gym named Megan. Megan was different from Kelly's other friends. She was loud, always talking about parties and clubs. She had been divorced twice and seemed to have a new boyfriend every few weeks. Megan did not like men very much, at least not from what I could tell. She was always making comments about how useless husbands were, how marriage was a trap for women. I did not like Megan, but I tried to be supportive. Kelly needed friends, and who was I to tell her who she could hang out with? But then Kelly started comparing me to other people. Little comments here and there. She would say things like, Brittany's husband just bought her a brand new car, or Megan's ex-boyfriend was a successful businessman who took her to Paris. I would laugh it off, telling her that we were building our own life, not competing with anyone else. But the comments kept coming. I told myself it was just pre-wedding stress. Every couple goes through rough patches, right? One night, about a month before the wedding, I came home early from work. Kelly was on the phone in the bedroom and I could hear her laughing with someone. Megan, probably. I was about to announce myself when I heard Kelly say, "He has no idea." Then more laughing. I walked into the bedroom and asked who she was talking to. Kelly looked startled for a second, then smiled and said it was Megan. They were planning a surprise for our wedding, she explained. A special gift. I should not worry about it. I believed her. Why would I not? I loved her. I trusted her. I had no reason to think she would ever lie to me. The bachelorette party was Kelly's idea. She wanted to go to Las Vegas with Megan, Brittany, Harper, and Jenna, a girls' weekend before she became a married woman. I was happy for her. I even gave her $2,000 spending money for the trip. I wanted her to have fun, to celebrate. Before she left, Kelly kissed me at the airport and said, "I love you. This is my last weekend of freedom. I'm going to miss you so much." I smiled and told her to have a great time. I watched her walk through security, waving until she disappeared. Then I went home to our empty apartment. I spent that weekend cleaning, organizing, preparing for our life as a married couple. I hung up some pictures we had been meaning to frame. I rearranged the closet to make more room for her things. I even bought flowers for the kitchen table, thinking she would like coming home to them. I had no idea what was really happening in Las Vegas. That Saturday night, I was on the couch watching basketball when my phone lit up. Instagram notification. Kelly is live. I smiled. She was probably showing off the hotel or the club or whatever fun thing they were doing. I clicked on it, expecting to see my fiancé having the time of her life. The stream opened to show Kelly and her friends in what looked like a fancy hotel suite. They were all holding champagne glasses, laughing and talking. Brittany was holding the phone, panning around the room. Everyone looked happy, a little drunk maybe, but having fun. I was about to comment something sweet when Megan's voice cut through the noise. "So are you really gonna marry him?" I froze. Kelly laughed and took a sip of her champagne. "I mean, he is stable, you know. Good job, good credit score." Harper leaned in closer to the camera. "But is that enough? What about, the bedroom?" The whole room erupted in laughter. My stomach dropped. Kelly rolled her eyes dramatically. "Honestly, he is pathetic in bed. Like I have to fake it every single time." I could not breathe. I sat there, phone in my hand, watching my fiancé tear me apart in front of what I could see was over 200 viewers. Megan shook her head with mock sympathy. "Girl, no. You deserve better." "I know, right?" Kelly continued. "But he makes good money and he is so easy to control. He does whatever I tell him." Jenna raised her glass. "So should you even marry him then?" Kelly shrugged, that careless shrug that I used to find charming. "I mean, I can always find excitement elsewhere after we are married. He is too naive to notice anything." Harper nodded. "Men are so stupid." They all laughed again. Brittany glanced at the screen. "Someone is asking if your fiancé knows you are live." Kelly waved her hand dismissively. "He is probably at home watching some boring sports game." "He has no idea. He does not even follow my Instagram that closely." Megan raised her glass for a toast. "Perfect. You got yourself a sponsor, not a husband." They clinked glasses and drank while I sat in our apartment, the apartment I had cleaned for her, surrounded by the pictures I had hung for us, feeling like someone had reached into my chest and ripped out everything that mattered. 3 years. 3 years of loving her, of planning with her, of dreaming about our future. All of it was a lie. I thought about all the overtime I had worked to save money for our wedding. The $20,000 I had put toward the venue, the catering, the flowers. I thought about the promotion I had turned down 6 months ago because it would have meant relocating to Seattle, and Kelly did not want to leave her friends. Her friends, the same friends who were now laughing at me on camera. My hands were shaking so badly I almost dropped the phone, but I did not look away. I could not. I watched as they continued talking, making more jokes at my expense, treating our entire relationship like it was nothing more than a financial arrangement. And then something shifted inside me. The pain was still there, but now there was anger too. Cold, clear anger. I looked at the viewer count again. 214 people. Some of them were probably mutual friends. Some might even be her coworkers. Kelly worked at a marketing firm, always worried about her professional image. And here she was, broadcasting her betrayal to anyone who cared to watch. But that me was gone now. Kelly had chosen to humiliate me publicly. She had chosen to mock me in front of hundreds of people, without even considering that I might see it. She was so confident in my stupidity, so sure that I would never notice. Well, I noticed. I opened the comments section of her live stream. My hands were still trembling, but my mind was clear. If she wanted to do this publicly, then I would respond publicly. I started typing. My comment was simple and direct. "Hey Kelly, it is me, your pathetic fiancé. The one who is too naive to notice anything. Guess what? I noticed everything now. So did these 200+ people watching. Do not bother coming home. The wedding is off." I hit send. For a moment, nothing happened. The girls kept laughing and talking, oblivious. Then Brittany glanced at the phone screen, reading the comments like she had been doing all night. She stopped mid-sentence. The color drained from her face. She read the comment out loud, her voice suddenly quiet. "Hey Kelly, it is me, your pathetic fiancé." Kelly grabbed the phone so fast, she almost knocked over her champagne. I watched her face through the camera as she read my words. The smug expression vanished, replaced by something I had never seen before. Panic. "Babe, wait," she said directly into the camera, her voice high and desperate. "I can explain. We were just joking. It was just drunk girl talk. It did not mean anything." I did not respond. I just watched. Megan lunged for the phone. Turn it off now." The screen went black. I sat in the silence of our apartment, my phone still in my hand. The live stream was gone, but I had already done what I needed to do. While they were talking, I had started screen recording. I had every word, every laugh, every dismissive comment saved on my phone. 23 minutes of evidence. My phone started ringing almost immediately. Kelly's name and photo appeared on the screen. The photo was from our trip to California, her hair blowing in the wind, smiling at me with what I thought was love. I declined the call. She called again, and again, and again. 15 missed calls in 10 minutes. Then the text messages started flooding in. "Baby, please let me explain. It was just drunk talk. I did not mean any of it. I love you. You know I love you. Please just answer the phone. We can work through this." I did not respond to any of them. Then a message came from a number I did not recognize. I opened it. "You are overreacting. Women say stupid things at bachelorette parties. Grow up and stop being so sensitive. This is why Kelly has to fake it." It was Megan. Kelly must have given her my number. I blocked the number without responding. For the next hour, I sat in the darkness of our living room, re-watching the recording. I was calmer now, analytical. I noted every specific insult, every plan she had mentioned about finding excitement elsewhere after we were married. I paid attention to the way her friends encouraged her, validated her contempt for me. This was not drunk talk. This was who Kelly really was. The woman I had been planning to marry was a stranger. Around midnight, I made a decision that would change everything. Kelly's father, Richard, was a good man. He was old school, the kind of guy who believed in hard work, loyalty, and family. He had worked his whole life as an electrician to provide for his family. When I had asked for his blessing to marry Kelly, he shook my hand and said, "I am glad my daughter found a good man. Take care of her." I thought about how Richard would feel if he knew what his daughter had said. What she was planning to do. He deserved to know. Not to hurt Kelly, but because honesty mattered. Because if I were in his position, I would want to know. I opened my email and composed a new message. To Richard. Subject line, "I am sorry you have to see this." In the body, I wrote simply, "I thought you should know who your daughter really is. I have attached a recording from her bachelorette party live stream tonight. The wedding is canceled. I am sorry." I attached the video file and hit send. Then I got to work. I called the wedding venue and left a voicemail canceling our reservation. I did the same with the caterer, the florist, the photographer. I sent a detailed email to our wedding planner explaining that the event was canceled and asking her to notify the vendors first thing in the morning. Then I called my parents. My mom answered on the second ring, worried because I never called this late. I told her what happened, keeping my voice steady. She started crying. "Oh, honey," she said, "I am so sorry. I always felt something was off about her, but I did not want to say anything. I thought maybe I was wrong." "You were not wrong," I said. My dad got on the phone. His voice was gruff but gentle. "You did the right thing, son. Better to find out now than after 20 years of marriage and kids involved." "I know, Dad. We love you. Come home whenever you need to." After I hung up, I went into the bedroom and started packing Kelly's things. Every dress, every shoe, every piece of jewelry, every item she had left scattered around our apartment. I put everything into 3 cardboard boxes. I carried the boxes to the front door and stacked them outside. On top, I left a note. "Your stuff. Do not contact me again." Then I locked the door and went to bed. I did not sleep, but I felt something I had not expected. Relief. 2 days later, Kelly showed up at the apartment. I was working from home when I heard the knock. I checked the peephole and saw her standing there, mascara streaked down her face, looking like she had not slept since Las Vegas. I opened the door but blocked the entrance with my body. "Please," she said, immediately, her voice cracking. "Please let me explain. I was drunk. I was stupid. I did not mean any of it. Those things I said, they were not true." I looked at her, this woman I had loved for 3 years, and felt nothing but emptiness. You meant every word I said quietly. You just did not expect me to hear it. Baby, we can work through this. Couples go through hard times. We can go to therapy, we can. I shook my head. There is nothing to work through. You planned to cheat on me after we got married. You told your friends I was just a financial plan. You humiliated me in front of hundreds of people. Tears streamed down her face. My dad saw the video. He is so disappointed in me. How could you send that to him? How could you do that to me? I almost laughed. How could I do that to you? You did this to yourself, Kelly. You are the one who went live. You are the one who said those things. I just made sure the right people saw the truth. She reached out to touch my arm. I stepped back. We are done, I said. I already talked to a lawyer about the apartment lease. You will get the paperwork soon. Your stuff is in the boxes by the elevator. She started sobbing harder. Please, please do not do this. I love you. I made a mistake. I looked at her one last time. Goodbye, Kelly. I closed the door. The first few weeks after everything fell apart were the hardest. It was not that I missed Kelly. After what I had heard, after what I had seen, missing her was impossible. What I missed was the future I had imagined. The house in the suburbs. The 2 kids. The family vacations and holiday dinners and growing old together. All of those dreams had been built on a lie, and now they were gone. I would wake up in the middle of the night forgetting for a moment that she was no longer part of my life. Then the memory would come flooding back and sleep became impossible. Work became my refuge. I threw myself into projects, staying late, volunteering for extra assignments. My coworkers knew what had happened. The video had spread through our social circle within hours of that night, but nobody treated me with pity. Instead, they were surprisingly supportive. One of the senior managers stopped by my desk one afternoon. I heard about what happened, he said. For what it is worth, real men know when to walk away. That takes more strength than staying in a bad situation. I thanked him and meant it. My best friend from college, Marcus, drove 5 hours to stay with me for a week. He did not ask me to talk about it. He just showed up with beer and video games and his presence. On the 3rd night, he finally said, "You dodged a bullet, man. Imagine finding this out after you had kids with her. Imagine going through a divorce and custody battles and all that mess." He was right. As painful as this was, it could have been so much worse. My parents came to visit too. My mom brought enough food to last a month, filling my freezer with labeled containers. My dad did not say much, but he sat with me on the balcony one evening, watching the sunset, just being there. Over the following weeks, I heard bits and pieces about Kelly through mutual friends. She had moved back in with her parents. Richard, her father, was apparently furious with her. He had cut off the financial support he had been giving her, told her she needed to grow up and take responsibility for her actions. Her friend group had fractured too. Megan and the others distanced themselves from Kelly, apparently deciding that the drama was too much. I found it ironic that the same women who had encouraged her behavior were now abandoning her because of the consequences. Kelly tried to reach out a few more times. Letters, emails, even a handwritten note left on my car. I did not read any of them. I returned the letters unopened and deleted the emails unread. I was not interested in her apologies or her explanations. I was interested in moving forward. 6 months after the canceled wedding, I finally felt ready to start my new life. I accepted that promotion I had turned down before, the one that required relocating to Seattle. I packed up my apartment, said goodbye to my friends and family, and drove across the country to start over. I joined a gym and started working out regularly. I made new friends at my new job. I explored my new city, discovering coffee shops and hiking trails and neighborhoods I never knew existed. Slowly, I started to feel like myself again. Not the person I had been with Kelly, but someone stronger, someone who knew his worth. I am not ready for a new relationship yet. Maybe someday, but not now. Right now, I am focused on loving myself, on building a life that makes me happy regardless of whether there is someone else in it. And I have learned some important lessons along the way. Never ignore the red flags just because you are in love. Love does not make bad behavior okay. Love does not give someone permission to disrespect you. The person who truly loves you will never humiliate you, not publicly, not privately, not ever. Real love builds you up. It does not tear you down. Your self-respect is more important than any relationship. Walking away from someone who treats you badly is not weakness. It is the strongest thing you can do. And sometimes the universe shows you the truth in the most painful way possible. But even when it hurts, the truth is still a gift. Because it sets you free. I still think about that night sometimes. Not with pain anymore, but with gratitude. Gratitude that I saw the live stream before it was too late. Gratitude that I had the strength to walk away. Gratitude that I did not spend years of my life with someone who saw me as nothing more than a financial plan. If you are watching this and you are in a relationship where something feels wrong, trust yourself. Trust your instincts. You deserve to be loved fully and honestly, not as someone's backup plan or safety net. You deserve someone who brags about you to their friends, not someone who mocks you when they think you are not listening. You deserve better. Remember that. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever discovered that someone you trusted was not who they pretended to be? How did you handle it? Drop your story in the comments below. I read every single one. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Sharing this video helps others who might need to hear this message today. Thank you for watching and for being part of this community. I hope you never have to go through what I went through, but if you do, I hope you find the strength to walk away and build something better. Take care of yourselves. You are worth it.